Hello, everyone. This is Robert Hollis. I hope you're having a wonderful and blessed day. And today's title is Law of Averages. Law of Averages. I might be a weirdo, but every time I watch this video, I just get jacked up. And so I was sharing it with some new people that are just getting involved. And so I thought I would share that concept with you as well. And so Facebook, thank you very much for going out and sharing it with all of the followers that I have. Hello, Bill Shoemaker, I appreciate you. And we'll get started here just in a little bit. So that's awesome. So hi, Kai. Hi, my lovely wife, Terry. Hi, John. Just so excited to share this video with you. It really made my career. Believe it or not, it totally made my career. Hi, Pat. How are you? And we're 50 seconds in. We'll get started here just in a little bit. So hi, Ilona. Hi, Hobby. Hey, we get to talk about this again. Danielle. And really powerful. So we're in a minute, so I'm going to get started. Again, my name is Robert Hollis, and I hope you're having a wonderful and blessed day. And today's title is Law of Averages, and also the story of the sower. Now, I'll never forget when I first heard Jim Rohn do this story. Because what it did is it immediately, I was sharing this with Javi today, and it immediately gets you back into that mindset of a simple theoretical example that you go, oh my Lord, oh my God, this is it. This is really what it is. And what's really amazing is all the distractions and the stuff that we do not to go through the numbers. For those of you that know, I did another video says, the numbers, numbers never lie, and numbers are not emotional. And I just want to share this whole entire concept with you again. And I wanted to refresh my memory, so I watched Jim Rohn, and that's spelled R-O-H-N. And if you wanted to, I'd suggest that you go on YouTube. And, Jim was such an incredible human being, and just put in Jim Rohn and then put in Law of Averages. So I'm going to do my very best, Jim, to give credit to this. So here's basically what it's all about, is that when you first get involved, you got to look at what other people do. And I always love this concept where they talk about baseball, right? And whether you know baseball or not, there's this thing called a batting average. A batting average. And what that basically means is the number of times that a person, when they're up to bat, can actually get on base. Now, listen to this number. When you get around 300 or higher, I know Jim did that video years ago, and he says that makes you worth $4 million. Today, it'd probably be 30 or 40 million. And one of the things that you got to understand is that basically means, without knowing anything about baseball, is a perfect batter would get 1,000. 1,000 would be their batting average. So 300 means that the other 10, out of 10 times that the person goes up to bat, seven times, they do not get on base, which usually means you struck out. So when people get involved in a business, they want to be a perfect person. They think that everything that they're doing, can you imagine a person that makes $4 million to $40 million a year, and they stand up there and they strike out, and they're doing it not only on national or international television. You got everyone in the stands, you got the opposing team, and you got your team. And 7 out of 10 times, you strike out. You strike out. And so you got to understand that when the person goes up there and bats and swings and strike one, strike two, strike three, you're out. Do you think that person goes back to the dugout and goes, what do you think I'm doing wrong? No. I just swung, and I just keep swinging, like Bill says, and that's it. I'm just doing the process. Now, here's where people mess up huge, and everything in life. They are willing to consistently do something until they get some data. So Jim Rohn talks about this where, you just want to keep throwing darts, keep throwing darts, keep throwing darts, and pretty soon an average will show up. But you can't, when Matthew and I don't know if he's on here, but when Matthew and I remember when we started doing the business and I fell in the same thing. So when we're doing stuff on the internet, and it was like how many people clicked on the link, or how many people went to the website, and how many people clicked on it, and how many people were the offer. I always remember that they would say, and this was funny, they'd go, well, how many hits do you have? You go like, oh my God, we got like 8 or 9,000 clicks. And they would start to laugh. And I go, why are you laughing? That amount of numbers is not big enough for us to analyze whether it's working or not. Did you guys hear me? Be consistent with 100 people. I know that Josh Zwagel right now is doing trainings. And I know for a fact when he says, listen, you just got to, say as little as possible to as many people as you can, as fast as you can. And, I'm talking 100 people a day. And people are like, I know, just going, are you freaking kidding me? Are you kidding me? 100 people a day. Well, if you do it correctly, the peak is less than 15 seconds. And the total asking them to do you a huge personal favor to check out a video is less than a minute. So 100 minutes is what? A little over an hour and a half? Are you hearing me? Let's round it up and say 2 hours. If you're not spending that kind of time on a daily basis building your freedom plan, that's okay. That's okay. Because it's just gonna take you longer to do it. So I love when Jim says in the video that the second thing that's really important is he goes, my goal is to beat you. My goal is to beat you. So if you're an incredible closer and you're getting 8 out of 10, you know what I mean? It's like, all I got to do is figure out how many people that you're piquing interest and getting to watch the video. And because I'm not good, I just need to 10 times what you're doing. So if you're getting 1 out of 10 and I'm brand new, then I need to do 200 or 300. Now I'm talking about in a month. And I just, each and every one of you, I seen Craig posted here. Thank you so much. And you guys, this is all I focus on. Since I was young, everything I knew, if I practiced, I would get gooder. I would get better. And people just don't understand. They have unrealistic expectations, and they want everything to happen immediately, and they want everything to happen perfect. And so here's the next thing. It's called the story of the sower. Story of the sower. Now, this is amazing because when you first think about the story of the sower, the first thing it says is you got to have good seed. You got to have great seed. And here's how fast you can find out that you got good seed. Is other people using the seed and getting the results that you wish you had in your life? Ask yourself that question. Is someone else involved in your company and in your company and making the kind of income that you dreamed to have? Then the seed's good. So the company, the compensation, the products or system, that's not on trial. Using what I'm sharing with you right now would work in everything. If you wanted to play an instrument, if you wanted to learn to drive, if you wanted to learn a language, anything. So if someone used a certain instructor or they use certain audios and videos to teach them how to speak a different language. All they did is put in the time. So we all know we got good seed. It works for Terry and I. It'll work for you. So now here's the principle that people will not listen to. I think that sometimes I tell people I wish they would listen to the same video over and over and over again, because you'll get it. And here's the concept, that when you sow seed, good seed, sometimes that seed does not go in the hole. It does not go in the trench. It falls on top of a rock. It falls on top of the ground. And the heat kills the seed and it doesn't grow. So what a lot of people do is they go, I reached out and I sent a message, just like you told me, Robert, just like you told me. I reached out and these people are not replying. I don't get a reply. The heat got it. Don't try to overthink this. You're not doing anything wrong. Just plant seed. Just plant seed. It also says in the parable, a story of the sower, that some of the seed, the birds get it. The birds get the seed. And so people say, oh my God, Javi was telling me, Robert, I got them to say they were interested. I sent them my affiliate link and they didn't fill out the form. They didn't become a free affiliate. The birds got them. The birds got them. I remember my mentor telling this story and telling me this story. And I know what everyone does. They want to know the answer. Give me the answer. There isn't an answer. It's a mystery. Sun comes up in the morning, sun goes down at night. Moon comes up in the morning, moon comes down. It's a mystery. It's just something that happens. The birds get it. Well, I want to know why. I must be doing something wrong. You're not doing anything wrong. It's just a mystery. If I were you, I wouldn't take that class. Plant seeds. Some seeds, when you plant them, they don't grow. And some seeds, when you plant them, they do grow. And I love this when Jim Rohn says this, because I believe this. This is 100% faith, 1,000% faith, 1,000,000% faith. I believe this. That if that person over there plants seeds and I plant the same seeds, I'm going to get results. It works every time. Not some of the time, every time. So I just got to be diligent, consistent, and planting seeds all day, every day. Now, what I love most about this video that Jim Rohn did, this audio, is that, he doesn't talk in there about what company. He doesn't talk in there about what product that the people are marketing. He's talking about planting seeds. And I want to be very, very clear to each and every one of you. My mentor taught me that the seed planting was when someone grows, that would mean that they actually became a free affiliate. They watched the video and became a free affiliate. That's a seed growing. Now, the next part of the sower story, which is really incredible, is it says some will only reap 30%. Some 60, some 90. It's funny, they never said any of them were 100. And it's neat that, people that teach need to change the story. I don't know why. I don't know why, but they do. So there's a phrase in this industry that says crawl with the crawlers, walk with the walkers, and run with the runners. And so when you understand a theoretical example of 2 helping 2, helping 2, helping 2, what if in this scenario they were all 30%? Which means you want them to do 60. You want them to do 90. I never thought about it. We could actually do, we're the 30, 60, and 90. We could say 30 points. 60 points, 90 points. That's what we're going to do. Thank you, God. And if you had people that did 30, all you would have to do is 3 times your number. So let's say you wanted to hit 10K and make $1,000 a month. $1,000 a month. Well, if you divided that by 90, right? That's 10,000 in volume. And we divide that by 90 in volume. That's 111. 111 people. Well, they're not all going to do 90. Then do 222. Well, they only do 30, 333. So if you had 333 people in your group, each doing 30 in volume, because they're crawlers, they're not walkers or runners, they're just qualifying your position, you just made $1,000 a month, every single month. Now, here's what happens in this industry. If you would just do the numbers, if you would just plant the seeds, it works every time. Some of the seeds are going to turn into 60, some are going to turn into 90. And some people are going to duplicate that same thing. So if you keep putting numbers in, all of a sudden you got one person and another person that are out there putting in over 500 people in their group. And now it gets crazy, right? Now you got 20 and 20,000. Now you're doing 40,000. And all you did is out of all your people, there was a couple of them that went, wait a minute, you can make an extra $12,000 a year? I need an extra $1,000 a month. If that's that simple, that's what I'm going to do. So in closing, what I want to share with all of you is think of this one thing. Think if you went to a farmer, really, really successful farmer, and you walked up to him and said, I got a question for you. And they go, yeah, go ahead. They go, how many seeds do you plant a year? Did you say how many tons? How many tons, metric tons of seed do I sow? No. How many seeds do you sow? Billions. Billions, maybe trillions. You ask him the second question. Does all the seed grow? No. We plant multiple seeds in one hole, in one trench. And I get people all the time that reach out to me. I planted 3 seeds. I did exactly what you told me. It's taken me about 2 weeks. I planted 3 seeds, no reply. Wow. I threw 3 bowling balls down the alley, and I didn't get a strike. I'm going to quit. That's the majority of the people. The majority of the people do not have faith that if they plant the seeds like someone else, that they'll get the results that that person got. Another one that just popped in my head. Regardless of your spiritual beliefs, do you know that anyone can grab an apple and they can cut that apple in half, and they open up that apple and you can count the seeds? You know, so you can sit there and count the seeds in an apple. But no one can count the number of apples that one seed can produce. That one seed out of all those seeds that are planted that turns into an apple tree. Because from those apples are other apples with other seeds. Did you guys catch that? And I was saying this to Javi, and he sent me all these emojis with his mind blowing. I can remember just putting my head down. My mentor gave me a number. He said, Robert, if you get 2,000 people to watch the video, you're done. Forever. I said, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Just planning. He didn't say 2,000 people. I needed to connect with 2,000 people. He didn't say peak of interest of 2,000 people. He didn't say get 2,000 people to contemplate, to consider, to think about it. No, he said get 2,000 people to watch the video. Because he understood the law of averages. He understood. And I was telling Hobby that I'm just out there going and teaching this little principle, the theoretical example that I'm teaching you right now. Pique people's interest, ask them to do you a huge favor, and ask them if they could watch a short video and they could think of somebody. Just do that. Practice that. Master that. That's what I'm going to do. I don't do all the other stuff. I master the thing that makes me the most money. And has for 35 years. That's all I do. And so I can remember doing that. And then all of a sudden, I hit 25K, then I hit 50K, then I hit 125K. And I was telling Javi, one day I looked down in my group and I had 13 25Ks. 13 people that were always hitting 25K. And I went, oh my God, out of 500 people, these people are like me. They plant seeds every day, all day, saying as little as possible to as many people as they can, as fast as they can, finding people that are interested where their timing is perfect. And I said to Javi, wow, my goal was to have, 10 a week. 10 people watch the video a week. That's what I started out as. And then I said to Javi, I went, wow, all of a sudden I got 13 people times 10 is 130 times 4 weeks. Oh my God. I have 520 people that are watching the video every single month. Magic! So there it is. The law of averages and the story of the sower. Please do me a huge favor and share this video, because no one wants to master the basics. No one wants to plant seeds. People want to go to trainings about planting seeds, read books about planting seeds, hear other people talk about planting seeds, do 1,000 other things than do the seed planting. But the people that reap are the people that sow. So that's as simple as it is. So share this with someone that is struggling, that's confused, that's overwhelmed, that's overthinking. Because you can't keep practicing without hitting a home run. To this date, I know that Hank Aaron broke Babe Ruth's record. But it would be neat to search on Google to see if this record, Babe Ruth still held the record for the most strikeouts. He struck out more than any other person as a major leaguer. And isn't it interesting we know his name? Because every time he got up to the bat, he focused and he swung with everything that he had. If he can do it, we can do it. And if I can do it, you can do it. I love and appreciate you. I'll see you on the next video. And if no one's giving you permission to succeed in life, let me be the first. Love and appreciate you, and have a great day.